Good evening, my fellow YouTuber friends, my gifts of gas. Just love you all. Thank you for coming back to my designated channel, Chanel's 48th World, and for always commenting on my narration of today's episode of whatever soap opera that I'm covering. Thank you for liking and sharing my videos through your social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and you're constantly sharing because I am growing and I really do appreciate each and every one of you for doing what you do. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, however, please do so. Like a couple of videos and share, so we can just blow up together and I can start introducing a lot more things to you. But one step at a time, one day at a time, correct? All right. Anyway, the soap opera that we're going to be going over today is The Bold and the Beautiful that aired for June 21st, which was Tuesday at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, my time zone. Bold and the Beautiful writers are just getting on my nerves half the time because I have to put out that disclaimer that, when I go in on the different characters that are playing their part that the writers have put out for them to, set forth for us to view and get our feel of the soap opera of the day, it isn't their fault. It's the writers' fault, people. So I'm definitely going to have to be getting on their behinds instead of me always lashing out at Brooke antics, Bill antics, Steffi's antics, Queen antics. It's not them. They're playing the role for what the writers have basically set forth for them to partake of and put on screen for us to view and like or dislike or, make critical comments. So don't get me wrong. I love all the actors and actresses that participate on the soap operas that I do review, such as, Bold and the Beautiful and The Young and the Restless. Just wanted to throw that out there because they're doing their job and they're doing it very well, okay? Where it's definitely giving me mixed emotions, far as whether I'm liking something, they filling me up with a good 5-course meal, or then they ain't giving me anything but some water and some bread. But that's all, people. You can't live on that, okay? You can't live. Y'all need some substance. And right now, they kind of just gave me a spritzer today on today's episode because it was just a hot mess. And I blame the writers. I'm like, get it together, writers. I need at least all of my main ingredients. I need my protein, I need my carbohydrates, and I need to be liquefied with some type of liquid. Okay. But right now, only thing you gave me today was some appetizers as far as celery and carrots and cucumbers, okay, and a splash of spritz of water here and there. And I ain't here for it. I need my full course meal. I don't need to be played with now. Okay. But anyway, our heavy hitters for today's episode was Bill and Brooke, Steffi, Wyatt and Thomas, Zende, Sasha, Nicole, and Vivian. The summary that they do give us today on today's episode was Liam and Thomas discuss marriage. Zende assures Nicole, and Brooks trying to deal with the stallion, the Bill. Okay. We go into the first episode. We have Liam and Thomas there together over at Liam's beach house. And basically, Thomas has come over to swim and surf. He feels kind of a little outdated because he's been in Paris most of his time. And with him coming back for, to solidify himself back in LA, he's been kind of nostalgic for that. So him and Liam hit the beach and did what they thought they were going to do. They getting old as hell, so they need to stop it. Well, they're thinking, they're thinking in the ways of thinking is getting old. So, Thomas realized he was out of shape, and Liam really wasn't there. But since his brother came to kiki it up with him, he thought he'd just, partake of some of the outdoor activities. And then he's trying to really wonder why Thomas is there. They weren't that big on being friends. And the whole behavior, what he's coming down there for. We go to Bill and Steffi. Bill has stopped over at the Forest of Creations company, and he's going straight to see Steffi, making sure she's towing the line. Steffi ain't really trying to hear him at all, okay? She already got her stern lecture to stay away from Liam, and she's trying to do so. We go to Brooke. Brooke is remembering the time she spent with Bill, and she's getting hot and heavy. and probably need to go on and get her, what do you call those things? A dildo, or what do you call those? A vibrator, and satisfy herself. Okay. Then we go on to Vivian Nicole. Vivian's giving Nicole a lesson on and some solid advice about being a woman and protecting her territory, which is her man, as much as possible, because people will come in and try to disturb that. We go to commercial, we come back, we're on Sasha and Zende. Zende is telling Sasha, don't feel sorry for him. And Sasha's still trying to make a play for Zende now for calling herself feeling his pain from, turning down this assignment of a lifetime, with the lingerie line. And, she's saying this, that, and that, but, she need to watch her step. Okay, watch it, uh, Sasha. But then, like I said, it's these fake, ugh, fake, ridiculous scenes these writers are trying to pull out. Like, we don't believe that. I'm still waiting on my meal. I'm still waiting on my 5-course meal. Okay. So anyway, we go to Sasha and Vivian. I'm sorry, Nicole and Vivian. And Vivian is telling Nicole values, wisdom, about people and interacting with them as far as your family members and the morals that you need to hold steadfast to. She made a very good analogy about trusting people and how given the opportunity, if you let them in long enough, they will stab you in the back again. If you leave that door open wide enough, and that is called temptation, it will float. Okay. And we laugh about it. It's just what it is. But it's temptation 101. Come on, keep your guard up when it comes to watching out for what's yours and what you hold dear. We go to Zende and Sasha. Both are still trying to discuss the issues about the lingerie line, the shoe catalog spread, and Sasha, whether she knows it or not, she's showing her horns, her devil horns. She needs to stop. She needs to stop and desist with the intimate line, because she knows that's a lot of temptation, and a man and a woman can only go so far. We go to Steffi and Bill. Steffi's telling Bill to stop bidding her sons against one another and to please stop meddling in all of their affairs. Just leave them alone. Meaning all three of them. A triangle, love triangle. Bill tells Stephanie he will if she fall all the way back. I mean, all the way back. And stay in her lane by being a married woman to Wyatt. We go to Liam and Thomas. Both men are talking about what could have been for Steffi and him, meaning Liam. But Thomas needs to, Thomas needs to sit the fuck back. He needs to just sit on back, have several seats, put the cover over his head and the pillow. Turn off all the lights, okay? Because his mind is in his head, but it ain't on, ain't no lights on, ain't flickering. Because what he's talking about is being tempted, that forbidden fruit that's going, get people more in trouble. You can't just throw caution to the wind sometimes. You have to be respectful. And see, Thomas can't even get his shit together when it comes to letting everybody know that that's his child. Yes, he made an infraction. He had an affair. Or was she married at the time? I don't know if she was married. Was they married at the time? I can't remember because I am taping late. It's 5 in the morning. Putting the birds trying to come up and everything, but I just felt guilty. I need to get that on out to y'all. And hell, I wanted to watch the story too, but like I said, I was working. And yeah, sister got a job now, but I'm still doing this YouTube thing because it's therapy for me. And if I can get a coin off of it, I'm going to do that too. I'm keeping it real with y'all now, okay? All right. But anyway, what I'm going to say? Yeah, I got off the subject. But anyway, like I said, Thomas can't even keep his shit together. And I wish the writers just give me a little bit more meat or give me a potato, give me some carbs to digest this stuff down because it's making me want to throw up. I'm sick of y'all having these young people going out here doing ridiculous stuff that's not morally fitted and then try to make justification of it. You can't handle somebody else's business when yours tore up from the floor up. So get your own house in order, Thomas, before you try to give Liam any type of marital or relationship advice because your shit ain't straight. Okay, let's keep moving. We're gonna keep moving now. We go to Vivian. Vivian is leaving Nicole because she's saying she had to get on back with her husband and stuff because she's so glad to have his ass back too. Because she didn't want to start the cycle back over to trying to date and just all that and all. She said, I'll stay what I got, we'll improve and we'll show. Okay? Anyway, we go on back. Let me see, we get that little punt, proving and showing from Station Bradley. Still got mad love for him. But, you know, I don't like to steal people's lines and not get them credit. Okay. Go check his channel out if you prefer to. Like I say, you know, it is what it is with our YouTube friendship or whatever. But just a sidebar note. Forgive me on that. But anyway, we go to, like I said, Vivian is pretty much going over with Nicole and trying to leave her as well. Cause she got to get back to her man, like I said. And of course, Nicole is feeling kind of bad about telling Zende what to do and all the guilt that she's feeling. And Zende, you know, following her lead like she bossing him. I'm like, baby, you can never boss a man, not a true man. They can admit when they're wrong in some instances, and that's the quality of a good man. However, you know, you need to sit your ass back too. You need to hold your lane, be a woman, and be self-assured in everything that you do. Okay, that's my advice to you. And the right, well, that's my advice to the writers. Put some shit up that we can really believe. Because right now we looking at her as a real punk of a woman, ain't got no backbone, don't believe in herself, low self-esteem, and you know she can't handle a real issue. Be a boss, okay? You're very beautiful. Character's very beautiful. Give her something where she can go on and stop all these fake fraudulent scenes that's going on here. I ain't buying it, and the rest of the bills ain't neither. Hell, give her a backbone. Let her strut her stuff and give her some self pride about herself. Higher up her or crank up her self esteem. But she don't give a crap what Zende do. Just over him put his mind on her or his hands on her. Okay? Then we have due action we need to get to. We need some little cat fighting over there on the scene. Okay, writers, get it. Take a pencil, listen to it, record it, whatever you got to do. But pump up these scenes on the Bold and Beautiful. They're getting kind of watered down, getting on my nerves. Okay, give me some meat and potatoes sometime. I don't need the salad all the time. Yes, I do need to lose that weight, but that dog is not in my frame of mind when I'm doing stuff. Okay. All right. That's why I have commercials. And I have my doctor telling me to lose weight and all this stuff. Okay. But anyway, we moving on. I digress from that. Woo! Kind of got me going. Okay. We go back to Zende and Sasha. Um, Sasha's telling Zende, you know, or she's helping him with his shoe photography's set shootout. And she's, you know, giving him little skits and stuff. And they both acting them out, talking in different languages or, you know, whatever. And it's kind of comical, and I like that saying, thank you, writers. You did give me something to chuckle about doing that proceeding. But, you know, it was just light-heartedly playing on the job, but yet getting work done as well. Go to commercial, we come back. We're still with Zende and Sasha. Zende says, hey, it's just a job. But Zende says he just, you know, worker bee. You got to keep things moving. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to do the grunt work. And why not him? He's not immune to that type of work. And Sasha is stroking his ego, saying, yeah, I know you're trying to be the bigger person, but, you know, don't kill yourself. Don't cut your nose off just to spite your face. All right? It is what it is. We go to Brooke. Brooke is still remembering some past sexual steamy scenes. And thank you, writers, for that. I enjoyed that as well. Bill and her partaking of one another, but you know, it's being lustful, and you know, she's lusting for him and his touch once again. Okay, that temptation, she got it real bad. She's a bad girl. Brooke, temptation is playing with her mind, the forbidden fruit of lust and passion. Okay, we go to Bill and Steffi. Bill tells Stephanie she's not leaving Wyatt and don't ever be thinking of leaving him at all. Stephanie's telling Bill she sat during his whole entire lecture and she don't need to hear it again. Okay. Bill is telling Stephanie she is not a victim. Liam was, and he's struggling with that action. And by her, meaning Stephanie, keeps being loving towards him and keeping him around, all it's doing is making him, you know, relapse into this fraudulent type of state of being when, you know, he's going to be running after her again. He's trying to shut that shit all the way down. And he's saying that's not fair to Liam and it's definitely not fair to Wyatt. So she needs to stop playing both fences. So, you know, he's trying to call her out. But I say that the pot calling the kettle black. Writers, okay, I need you to stop playing up the storyline, okay? Get with some detail and pump up the power, okay? Um, You know, he was telling Stephanie that Wyatt don't deserve that type of betrayal. Family is key. Family is a must. Family is the cornerstone. Family is the foundation. Now get with it and accept it. Okay. But Stephanie needs, you know, she really does need to stop. She really does. But Stephanie responds back to Bill. She was a victim also because Quinn kept Liam hidden from his family and from her. You know, she going on now playing the, you know, game. But just like Bill said, hey, don't worry about putting no gun to your head now. You fell short to that temptation, but you moved on without even trying to even figure out where Liam was. You just jumped on the bandwagon of the nicest person trying to get with you, which happened to have been her brother-in-law. But you know, she did what she did, so those are her consequences. And Bill's trying to say, stop playing the victim. But Stephanie needs to stop. She really does. She could have waited a period of a time, or just plain point blank period, until a body showed up or Liam came back like he did. But she didn't do that. And that's the end of the discussion. I wish the writer stopped playing up that plot. I'm tired of it. Bill tells Steffi to respect the marriage. Don't let Liam come to her with his feelings anymore. It's not fair to him. He is the victim in the situation, not her. He reiterates that to her again. And it sure did shut Stephanie's mouth at that time on the subject because, yes, while Lynn was away, Stephanie stepped out to play, which made her to fall in love with Wyatt. And it was her choice. Didn't nobody tell her to go and lean on her brother-in-law and all this, but she did, and she found a solid man in him. And she, you know, she didn't have to say yes when he got down on his knees and asked for her hand in marriage. She didn't have to do that. It was a choice. She made a solid vow of marriage to Wyatt, and she needs to honor and obey her marriage, period. End of discussion. Okay, let's get that solidified, writers. Let's stop playing up that issue. Okay, we go to Liam and Thomas. Thomas is telling Liam about the rules or engagement shouldn't apply to him and Steffi since the sanctity of Wyatt and Steffi marriage have loopholes in them. Stephanie should have been able to bow out abruptly from her marriage and get back with you. That's just not, it just don't seem fair. No one is going to blame y'all if y'all wanted to do that. But, you know, Thomas, you know, like I said, please stop stirring the pot. You're being a shit starter, okay? Lay the fuck back, play your role. But again, I'm telling the writers, stop all this fake fraudulent shit going on. Nobody's buying it, and we're kind of getting annoyed that you keep bringing this ridiculous scene. I mean, play it for a couple of scenes, 2 episodes or something, but then cut the shit out. Move on to something else. Do something. Because it's dragging right now. It's dragging real bad. Okay? And definitely Thomas don't need to be giving nobody no insight. Because you ain't even, the meaning the writers, you haven't even cleared the issue up with Thomas' parental rights. You know, that's being infringed upon on his dad. Okay? Come on now. Get with that. Make the story seem more believable. But like I said, Liam is responding back to Thomas saying he looks at his dad, Bill, and how he's been through the emotional storms with Katie, and he still stands by her, still stands by her side. He has to respect a man of that type of caliber and integrity and love that he's showing and patterning himself after by being a dutiful father as well as dutiful husband. And, you know, he says he likes that in his father. He has to respect it. So it has something to do with marriage really being respected by all parties outside of the two couples that are married. So, and he's just trying to hold on. If he didn't have such a good following to use as a guide, he wouldn't respect the marriage. He'd just go all in and let have. But it is what it is. And he just, you know, I'm like, okay, how long are we going to have, you know, Bill tipping out on what he's trying to set the tone of what marriage should be about? When are you writers going to expose that? Because I'm waiting for that. It don't build up enough. It needs to explode now. We need to have some action going on. But anyway, we move from that situation. We go to Zendaya and Nicole. Nicole, Zende is talking to his shoes while he's flashing the camera, trying to get that right aim, trying to get them to, I don't know, move around or something. Didn't say he was having playful time with himself and probably going crazy at the fact that he went from live models to damn shoes with no action involved. Okay. Then Nicole walks in the back and she's noticing how pretty much unhappy he is about going from, like I said, live and in charge action, filming all these beautiful models, and especially Sasha, her sister, and this, that, and that, and how she feel bad she didn't trust her own man enough to do the right thing. So and I felt her on that. But if you just coming there to whine some more, pass me with that. Okay? Writers, pass all viewerships with that. We ain't standing that mess, okay? We go still on Zendaya and Nicole. Nicole is telling Zendaya she feels guilty about her decision. She wanted Zendaya to abide by. She pretty much forced Zendaya to take, or to not take the assignment with working with Sasha because of her feelings, her insecurities. And she's glad he did do it, but she's just feeling some kind of negative way. And I say you should. Writers, y'all should give her a backbone, okay? A backbone of integrity, and that one that flourishes through trust. If you don't have trust in a relationship, it's gonna always have that little broke leg trying to keep it afloat and trying to keep it stable. It's always gonna be wobbly, okay? Because you having one victim in a relationship, and they're gonna always try to play that victim card instead of growing from it, learning, forgiving, and moving on. That's what I need from you writers. I need y'all to pep Nicole's part up. Give her a backbone like y'all gave to Maya. Okay, stop having her be a little mousy person, an introvert running around here. Lack self-esteem, very low self-esteem. Tired of that. Okay, but anyway, she goes on like I said, trying to feel sorry and all this and that. But then they like, honey, pick up yourself off the floor. Stop saying you did something that I allowed you to do. Because I did, and I did it on my own. I respected what I had did to you versus how this was going to make you feel for the negative. And I didn't want you to hurt no more. So yes, I took a bullet in this. But we're going to talk about future assignments, girl. We're going to talk about future assignments. That's what I got, from it myself. Um, we go to Steffi. Steffi's remembering Liam coming home to her on the beach. Then she quickly stops herself about fantasizing because she knows that temptation is wrong. She's a married woman and she need to honor her vows. Okay, we go to Thomas and Liam. Thomas is telling them he's about to take off and that he enjoyed himself hanging out with him and stuff. Liam is saying he enjoyed his company because that lately, only thing he been doing is just moping in the house, thinking about his life and how things have just turned upside down for him, and he just don't know how to get back on track. Understood, Liam. Go to Brooke. Brooke is brushing her hair, and when she looks in her vanity mirror, she sees Bill in it. Bill has popped up over Brooke's house and trying to get him a quickie in, y'all. And Brooke is acting all brand new of what's trying to go down. I mean, come on, Brooke. 101 sexual temptation slut behavior. Okay. I'm like, when have you started having a conscience now? I mean, really, Brooke? Okay. Bill is telling her he checked the whole scene, no one's home, and Bill had his driver drop him off, so there's no worries. Brooke tells Bill this is wrong. Then she goes to tell Bill she's not an option. I'm like, okay, writers, get it together. Come on, you gonna put Brooke having morals now when she didn't have no morals when Steffi, the matriarch, Eric Forster's deceased wife, she had called her out on so many different occasions about how she's carrying herself and making herself look. So now y'all want to make us look at Brooke like of having the high road, but she's still meeting with this man, married man, her sister's man, behind closed doors, and then y'all gonna say, put that little throw in there about she's saying that her character is not an option. I'm like, get the hell out of here with that mess. But anyway, Bill tells Brooke, no, you're a necessity, and pulls her in closer to him in his arms, and they start making out. Like, really, Brooke? Bill said no, he needs her. Brooke says he can't have both. Bill says that's exactly what he's going to be doing. He's going to have both. And he starts kissing her forcefully and fearlessly. And of course, she's enjoying every minute of it. We go to Zendaya and Nicole. Zendaya is going over with Nicole. Hell, girl, you're like Mother Teresa. I threw that in there. In my eyes, not been the one messing up, not you. You've done so much amazing things using your body for your sister to have a baby. You mending relationships back together. When Julia said a lot about Sasha, and when you found out, you tried to put blood together biologically because y'all are half sisters anyway. And the kind of heart you have, he said, oh no, I owe you this, honey. I owe you that sacrifice. We are good on this one. Then Nicole laughs and smiles in appreciation and stuff and gives her a hug. And then he look at them shoes that he having to have to photograph and he just shake his head like, what the hell I got myself into? Okay, then we go to Bill and Brooke. Bill tells Brooke he loves her. Bill says everybody is happy. Brooke says she's not happy. I'm like, Brooke, sit the fuck back. See, these writers, I'm telling you, I can't keep on with this fraudulent mess now. Bill still's telling her he's not leaving her alone. Not gonna happen. And he start back kissing her again. We go to Liam and Steffi, which is our last and final scene for today's episode. Liam has showed his behind up over at the Foster Creations offices. And he found his way to Steffi's office. Go figure. Steffi is glad and surprised to see him all at once, but she tries to have that poker face and tells him, you know you're not supposed to be here. You know we had a whole big old lecture with your father, definitely chiming in that we cannot be seen together. You cannot come over here and talk to me about issues. Come on now. But, bringing up Bill and all this, that, and the other behind closed doors, he's sneaking and freaking deaking, with his wife's sister. So it's like, come on, y'all. Father like son, son like father, the sins of the family. Okay? Without morals. So I'm gonna need the writers to do a little bit more better with our characters, play them up a little bit more believable, because this is just like a bad reality show. I need y'all to step up y'all game. I need my my carbs. I need my protein. I need my little dessert here and there. And right now you ain't giving me nothing. Only thing you dressing me with is a half salad, no dressing, with some water. And I'm sick of that. I need more than that. Okay, that can probably be my lunch, but when it comes to my dinner, I need my meat and potatoes. Okay, I need my meat, my protein, and my carbs in that order. And me something to drink that got some kick to it. Okay, so get it together, writers. Get it together. But y'all, that was my take on The Bold and the Beautiful that aired on June 21st, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, my time zone. I'll be with y'all tomorrow, giving you play-by-play, blow-by-blow, and I hope the writers got something special for us with this new episode that's airing on today, the 22nd. So check back and let me know what you think. Always continue to comment. I love expressing my feelings back to you all. Whatever concerns or insight you have when you leave me the comment. And continue to definitely shout me out on your Twitters, your Facebooks, your Instagrams, your Snapchats, all of that. Okay? And let's grow together. All right. Blessings, everyone. Bye-bye.